today we got Cobra Kai season 5 episode 3. Yeah, 3, Playing with Fire. So anyway, this episode starts off with Daniel and Chosen just walking to a bar with Anush and Louis. Yeah, Louis, that's his name. I can't believe I forgot it. And they're just talking with Chosen Daniel. But then they accidentally get Chosen just jokingly said, "You disrespect my own." So then what happens is that Terry Silver shows up and is like, yo Daniel, what up? Yo Daniel, what's up? So Terry's like, Daniel's like, wow, you're here, or did you just slither in? And he's like, Daniel, you kind of sabotaged my dojo. He's like, hold up, Chosen didn't sabotage your dojo. He just showed it. He was just there. So he's like, you're playing with fire, Danny boy. And then Chosen's like, and I'm the Kazami. And he's like, dude, I can bring more people if I want. So meanwhile, back with Miguel and Robbie, now we got Miguel, Eli, and Dimitri. Eli's mentioning about how he just got a new tattoo. It's a lotus, crimson lotus. Yeah, he said it was too hard to cover up the Green Reaper. So then what happens is that Sam's kind of mad at Miguel for basically just abandoning her and leaving her. I totally think Sam's an awful person. She's only blank. Yeah, so like it's kind of like a different thing. Like Miguel's texting her while she's hanging out with Yasmin and Moon because in the earlier scene, Anthony was like, "Hey, don't be mad that your boyfriend ran away again." And she's like, so good joke on Anthony. So Daniel and Chosen are hanging out, and they're like, "There's only one person Terry Silver will try to bring back in his fold, Mike Barnes." Yeah, Mike Barnes is back. So Daniel decides that since he thinks Mike Barnes is up to suspicion, he thinks that since he thinks him and Mike Barnes are up to suspicion, he can show Mike Barnes' furniture store, and Daniel thinks that he's talking with some bad guys, but it's just this woman trying to help set up a furniture for her son. So Daniel loses Mike a client. Chosen Chosen is waiting out there for Daniel, and it's taking too long. So Chosen thinks that Daniel is either getting killed or he tries to attack Mike. Mike attacks Chosen. Daniel tries to say, dude, these guys are both. And he's like, well, I guess you're gonna need the hospital. You're gonna have to call an ambulance. So then we see outside that Chosen beat up all of Mike Barnes' guys. So Daniel tries to tell Mike about what's been going on with Terry Silver, and he's like, wait a minute, Terry Silver's back? He's like, yeah. And he's like, wow, I never thought Terry Silver would come back. So he's like, well, there was this lawyer guy that helped him get into Cobra Kai, that tried to pay him to get into Cobra Kai, and he's like, who's this lawyer? Maybe they can help get this receipt out, and it can expose Terry Silver, or this contact out, and it can expose Terry Silver. So then in response, Terry meets Daniel at a spa where he basically to get revenge on Mike Barnes for outing the contact. He burns Barnes' furniture warehouse to the ground. Yeah, that's Terry Silver for you. So then what happens is that they decide to go. So Miguel and Sam and Moon and Yasmin. This is Moon and Yasmin's only appearance in the season, by the way. I don't know why they didn't appear more. They decide. Actually, wait no. This is their first episode. They only have 2 appearances in the season. So anyway, what happens is that they decide to go. So they decide to take Sam to this retreat that will help her lose her mind after Miguel. But that only ends up getting Sam to getting Sam to, have this whole thing about Miguel, like, she goes into her own subconscious to meet herself, and she sees like her dad telling her she's seeing Lures 2.0. She sees Hawk saying she's champ. We get Robbie saying she broke his heart. Saying who else? Yasmin Moon saying that she's one of them. Eli saying that Sam's her boy. That Miguel is her boyfriend, and then a dark Sam's dark side comes out, and she decides to fight her dark side, and that's when she's released from the relaxing thing, and they're like, "What did you see?" So Miguel gets a text from Sam, and it's like, "Hey, let's meet up later." So Miguel decides to purchase a diamond, since Dimitri thinks that buying Sam diamonds will fix their relationship. He decides to buy her an octopus, because remember in season 1, Sam was really obsessed with those things. So yeah, she's really obsessed with them now. So what happens is that they underload the price so Miguel can buy it, but when he goes over to Sam basically decides to say, "We need a break, Miguel," because decides to say that we need a break because she needs to focus on her stuff that's other than karate, and he will have to focus on himself to find his dad, so she needs to focus on herself as well. So they break up as Miguel shows that he still has the octopus that he was about to give her. So meanwhile, with Johnny and Carmen, previously Miguel was back from Mexico, and Johnny told Miguel that Robbie isn't in Cobra Kai anymore, and so Carmen starts throwing up because weird. So Carmen tells Johnny that she's pregnant with his baby. So he decides to basically Carmen is pregnant with Johnny's baby. So he decides to basically decided to baby-proof his apartment for the baby, and and I think, there's also the thing of Johnny going. Yeah, that's kind of the end of the episode, I think. It was cool to see Mike Barnes again. Because we haven't seen him since. It was cool, we thought that Mike Barnes would be a bad guy, but knowing that he's an actual good guy was pretty good to know. Knowing that he's an actual good guy is pretty good to know. And the whole thing between Sabbath and Miguel broke up. Because Miguel was going to give her the octopus class, and then he broke up with her, and then she decided to take a break. It's sad. But anyway, that's it, Miss Freya. Remember to strike first, strike hard, and remember to strike first, strike hard, and no mercy. And I'll see you next time on another Cobra Kai.